Hello everyone, my name is Jesse and this is the auditorium where I react to video game music. As a musician myself, today is the return of Library of Ruina requested by Kive and Kevin on Patreon. This song is called String Theocracy, and this is the Library of Ruina theme song. That's something. It's funny that I'm hearing the theme song much later than the other songs I've heard. I'm not really sure what theocracy means. I think that it has to do with something with government. I haven't heard that word in years. And in the string part, I don't get either, so who knows? But it's on the shorter side. And, you know, all I can remember from Library of Ruina that it's a really quirky, and by quirky I mean just I never really know what to expect with this soundtrack. It's kind of all over the place. I've heard dubstep, I've heard metal, I've heard classical, I've heard everything. So this is the theme song. So that's very interesting. Anyways, let's go. Enough talk. Boom. String Theocracy.
Open the curtains, lights on. Don't miss a moment of this experiment. Oh, the book is strange, like clockwork orange. Keep your eyes buttered till the end. Which you are going to be. Inside the mirror, do you see someone else in the body? Transform me 1 hand, 2 hand, 3 hand. Turn around, say like a doggy till I finish my beat. Cut it off, cut down your nose. Honest over loyalty is gonna get you killed. You make brutal, convenient theories for the puppets on TV. There is comfort in this race. If you're gonna control me, at least make it interesting theatrically. How does it feel to be free? Why don't you try it yourself? The gate opened on me, so I leap down, down, down I go. I tell myself I'm a tough girl. Down, down, down I go. I could never, ever, ever touch the soil. My heart goes right, my head goes left, and end upon your bed. Sure, I'll be your marionette. Here, tug on my thread. Spread me a bed for dolly pinks, the white heart, typical beauty. Maybe we're all Komashi stuffed into human skin. With human sins, sold up by the gods of city. Cut it out, you Freddy lost. All the precious bravery is gonna get you hurting. They wrote the feet on them and already made us self-centered believe. The truth is, if you're gonna replace me, at least have the audacity to kill me thoroughly.
These lyrics are insane.
There's a hint for me. Think I am done with everything. Now I'm ready to leave. Dragging out 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Connect our hands when I no longer can live on knowledge alone. You gave me strength.
I'm reading the lyrics, that's why I'm looking over here.
You're still happy, answers I for my discovery. What's the color of the electric shape you see? And if you love me, can you love your everything too for me?
Hold on. What? Cassie Wei and Yamato Kasai. What was that? Wait, what? This is uploaded by Millie? Who's Millie? Is Millie the artist? I don't know. Okay, what did I say right before the video started? I'm like, it's weird. I don't know what I'm gonna hear with this soundtrack. And this time it was like ragtime jazz thing. The song is really fantastic, and it had all the swing to it, and these kind of like very intricate vocal lines. They're like kind of jumping in and out of rhythms, and it's all like this breathy kind of whisper while speaking very quickly. It's kind of intense. Um, honestly, I was like mega distracted. Like 9 times out of 10, I'm just kind of vibing to the music and just kind of guessing what's going on. This time I had this person staring into my soul as I read some of the craziest lyrics I've seen. So I'm trying to like, you know, do 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 do, and then, you know, I heard the saxophone, I heard all that, but I was like, what do these lyrics mean? Every single line seemed like a different line from the previous one. Like, I'm sure it makes sense, obviously, once you play the game or something, or maybe it doesn't. But to me, it seemed like nonsense. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but I was just like, I couldn't really focus because I was just so fixated on these lyrics that seemed to kind of go into like sort of political and then kind of like human vessels. I mean, dude, maybe we're all cold machines with human sins. I mean, yeah, I don't know. And that's the theme song. That's the crazy part. It's like, if this was like a character and it was fitting for the character, then okay, but it's like, it's the theme song. And this theme song sounds nothing like anything I've heard of the whole game so far. So what is the theme of Library of Ruina? Is the theme just whatever you want it to be? Is the theme just your imagination? See what I'm getting at? Like, I've heard so many sounds, genres. I feel like I've heard different artists. Does Library of Ruina only have like one composer, or do they have like 10? Also, this reminded me of nothing I'm saying is bad, by the way. It's just I just wasn't expecting any of that. But it did remind me of something which I thought was kind of in the same vein, whereas this is the main theme. A soundtrack that I praise highly and I talk about quite often. It's in my top 5 soundtracks of all time in VGM, is Skullgirls. And the credits theme, which comes in, I believe, 3 different versions. There's an English, Japanese, and instrumental. I think there might be another one. It's called In a Moment's Time. And for a while, it kind of sounded somewhat similar. It's got that same kind of feel-ish. This one's a little faster, but the lyrical content is like completely different. That was just really unexpected. It was really, if this was the first song I heard upon starting the game, like say this is the first song I ever heard of Library of Ruin, I'd be like, oh, okay, cool, this is gonna be an interesting ride to see what happens. But the fact that is I've heard other songs first, and then this one, I just truly do not know what to expect when it comes to this soundtrack. At all. I feel like the next song I'm going to hear is going to be like a country song. Or a gospel song. You know, what am I missing? I feel like I've heard just about everything it has to offer. Actually, no. I know as soon as I said that, someone is like, oh, just you wait, you know. There's always, I jinxed it, yeah. That wasn't even my bad. I'm sorry. But I can already feel it happening. I can hear the typing. But that's how I feel. I'm like, there's one song that reminded me of from 14, Final Fantasy 14. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'm sure someone here knows. It's the, it's one where the vocalist sounds very similar. Has like that breathy kind of, what's it called? But it goes like, I covered it here on the channel. I can't remember it for the life of me, but it really reminded me of that, like a lot. So yeah, not that has anything to do with anything, but it's just reminded me of another song that I reacted to here. Yeah. Okay, Library of Ruina. This is whatever Project Moon is on, I'll take some. I'm just kidding, of course. But yeah, no, this game is very interesting. Like, seriously. Actually, I lied a little bit. There was one time where I got recommended a stream on Twitch. You know, if we go on Twitch, it'll like recommend streams from people you don't follow. And there was one for Library of Ruina, and I watched it on mute. And I just wanted to see what the game like looked like in game, just to kind of like see it. And to be honest, I had no idea what was going on. It seemed very. This is a weird game. And what I mean by that is it's not a, maybe weird is a bad word. It's just not very like stranger friendly, I guess. Not a critique in any way. Again, I saw footage without sound, so of course. But what I'm saying is like it's not like immediately understandable what's going on. Combine that with the crazy soundtrack. You know, I feel like you have to strap in and just get ready for what's about to happen, and then everything will make sense. But from the outside looking in, it's like... But I really do enjoy it, and every time I hear something... there's nothing worse for me in the world, not even this channel, but to predict something that's coming from something that I enjoy. And I enjoy music, you know, games, art, creative stuff. And for me to feel like where it's going and that being correct, sometimes I feel like, oh, well, you know, that sucks, you know, because I kind of predicted it. But when I don't know what's coming, or if I do predict it and end up being totally wrong, that's when I get excited again, because I'm like, oh, yeah, there's more, you know, there's more to life. I can still feel that feeling I got from the first episode of this I did a year ago. You know, it's not like I've become numb to this, at least not yet, but it's just cool that I can still feel that just like every single time, like these, I think of everything when it comes to VGM. I think of everything. I don't think like, okay, video game title, song title. I think of like everything where there's a team that made it. Every single one of this team drove to work in traffic. They have their own problems, their own life things. They all have bills, and they all came into this building, created a game, found an artist, made music. They created those. Gets published, gets out, people enjoy it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying when I think of everything. I think of all that when it comes to hearing these songs individually. So each episode, and each, I don't call them episodes, but each video that I make, all that's going through my mind. I'm like, it just blows me away every time, that like the sheer capacity of what's going on. It's a sight to behold, man. TLDR, video game music rules. That's the gist of what I'm saying. So, in order to stop rambling, thank you, Kai and Kevin, for the request of the theme song, String Theocracy. Still want to know what that means? I'm sure you guys will tell me. But yeah, shout out Project Moon and Library of Ruina fans. If you want to make a request to me as well, you could do so on Patreon or PayPal. Either are totally cool. And those are ways that guaranteed ways I will check out your request. That is the VGM. If you do not want to wait, there is a platinum tier on Patreon, which I provide. And that is my top tier, which expedites your request to the very top of the list, thus eliminating that huge wait. A big thank you to my current supporters of that: Justin, Kevin, Patrick, Your Average Metalhead, Shadow Maxim, Vanadel, and Turn Arclight. Thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone that supports me. Thanks to you for watching. You're also supporting me. And everyone, just, yeah, appreciate all of you. Until next time, dudes and dudettes, happy holidays. Take it easy.